The Arizona Cardinals find themselves smack dab in the middle of a guessing game. And this time, Monti Ossenfort's job is at stake. Let's listen.
You are Locked On Cardinals, your daily Arizona Cardinals podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Cardinals, Alex Clancy here. Thanks for making Locked On Cardinals your first listen, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, now the #1 sports podcast platform. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger potential wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. So another jam show today. It's not going to slow down. Let's just put it that way. We are just getting geared up. The new league year is right around the corner. Free agency and legal tampering is right after that. Then the draft, then camp, then week one. It's like it's already here. Go with me here. I don't want to have to wait 6 more months, however many more months until football starts. 7. I don't want to do that. You're going to have to help me through this, and I will do the same. It's a weird world watching other fan bases talk about Kyler Murray. It's something that we haven't experienced here with this, in Arizona up until this point. I'll discuss it. The best player available and figure it out. I've got a little pushback, and it's not the pushback you think it's going to be. So that's not a tease. It's just factual. But this is the overwhelming theme. The overarching theme for me on today's show is this is one big old guessing game this year's draft. And I know that every draft has some sort of guessing included. More players are quote unquote bust, meaning they don't live up to the potential of where they were drafted than those that do. Okay? It's an inexact science. It's human beings. There's so many, there's so many outliers that you can't control. 99% of it you can't control. The only thing scouts and front offices and coaches can control is watching film, talking to the players, and that's it. And well, that seems like 30% or 40%. No. It's like 1%. Humans are so unpredictable. And I'm not saying like, they're unpredictable. Like, this guy's going to get arrested and this guy. No, it's like, you don't know what's going to translate to what will. Abdul Carter looked like a no doubt about it. Oh, my God, the next Lawrence Taylor. He struggled early. Well, he's a rookie. Yeah. Outlier. 99%. The majority of things people don't have control over other people when it comes to this. All you can do is be the best at the measurables and the best at the 1% that you can control. With all of that said, the stakes are Monti Ossenfort's job amid this guessing game. And what I mean by guessing game in this specific instance is when you look at mock drafts traditionally, and there is some recency bias, there is some confirmation bias, 2 fallacies that I don't like to, take part in, but it's human nature for this. But like when you look at the top draft pundits, okay, Jordan Reed from ESPN just came out with his most recent mock draft. And Daniel Jeremiah and all these guys, Trevor Sikkema and Connor Rogers, do a great job over with the NFL Stock Exchange podcast, Trevor with Pro Football Focus. Like, everybody's got somebody different at 3. Everybody's got somebody different at 3. I was texting with Dane Brugler a month ago or 6 weeks ago when he put out like his way too early mock draft. And he had them taking an offensive lineman. I'm like, so what was your reason behind that? He goes, and listen, Dane is the best out there. The beast is coming out. He is the best. If you don't know what the beast is, it's the almanac every year for a draft. He's like, this year is a bit more of a crapshoot after Fernando Mendoza. And I'm paraphrasing what he said. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's it. And he called it from the beginning. He's like, you don't know. And obviously, all of the amount of research, he knows more than pretty much anybody else. But when you look at different mocks targeting different players, and it's not just offensive line or running back or, Caleb Downs or pass rusher. It's different players within those position groups outside of Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Love, because those would be the only ones that would go in those specific position groups. But it's Arvo Reese. It's Ruben Bain. It's Sonny Styles. It's David Bailey. It's so many different ones. And I know the mock draft thing is an exercise for the most part, especially, right after the combine. So it's the post-combine mock draft is the first big buzzy one. Pre-draft, post-draft, and then it's like, okay, after free agency, like after the first hit, like first week, week and a half of free agency, it's like, okay, then you can really hone in on, what teams need positionally. And if it's best player available, whatever it may be, I'll dive into that in the next segment. But with this, for anybody who questions Monti Ossenfort, this is the perfect landscape to be proven either right or wrong. This is the perfect landscape. Question mark at free agent at quarterback. What the hell are they going to do with running back? They're cutting James Conner is what, rumblings are, which I guess would make sense but then it's like, well, how do you replace him? I know he's, on the other side of his prime, but it's like, and then, the offensive line, pass rush, defense, they need help everywhere. And this is the time where Monti Ossenfort can prove one way or another. He will confirm one thing or another. He's a good GM who went through bad luck with injuries last year and really has put together not a bad product with where they've drafted. Or, yikes, they got to look for a new GM now with a head coach on a second-year deal, and we're playing this hopscotch, this leapfrog thing where it's like the quarterback and the GM aren't aligned because they kept Monti Ossenfort and fired Jonathan Gannon, and they don't know who their quarterback is. So this is a big old guessing game, and Monti Ossenfort's job's at stake, or an extension's at stake. So like we talked about going into last season, like we're going to find out everything. The stage is set for Kyler Murray, for Jonathan Gannon. Obviously, things went catastrophically haywire almost immediately with some things out of their control and a lot within their control. But now Monty's under the spotlight. And I think it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be so fun to see the moving pieces of what they do in free agency, how much extra cap they'll, be able to come up with, whether they're cutting ADG or Dalvin Tomlinson. I don't think they cut Dalvin Tomlinson, even though he's got the biggest cap hit. Like, is Zayvon Collins a guy where you could, get a situational pass rusher for $5 million and you cut him? I think he's set to make $4.25 this year, something like that. Like, is he going to become a wizard with the cap, get them up to 60 or 70 million cap space, be a top 10 team with cap space, and go out and get some impact makers, and then go draft? Because if he's able to shore up the offensive line in free agency, sure, draft whoever the hell you want. I just find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to fill 2 of the 3 holes with real impact guys with the money that they have. Could happen. But when you look at all these mock drafts, just kind of in summation here, there's no consensus for any pick outside of one. There's no consensus for any pick outside of one. Now, there's rumblings that the Jets may put together this massive offer to trade up to 1 to draft Fernando Mendoza. It's like we have quite literally no idea. Ty Simpson, I called this a month ago. Ty Simpson, oh, now he's a first-round guy. Oh, now he could go at 11. Oh, the Jets have all these first-round picks, so why not use one on a quarterback? That was my thought process on them trading for Kyler Murray, was they may overpay for a quarterback because they have all these first-round picks. Oh, look, Ty Simpson, come on up. There's nobody else, so it's got to be you this cycle. There's no other quarterback, so it's got to be you. It's like this guessing game has the highest of all the stakes for Monti Ossenfort in his tenure as GM. And again, say what you want about him, one way or another. We're going to find out this cycle, not in the season. We're going to find out, well, obviously with the season, when you actually have answers for all of these things. You're going to find out how he can or cannot take what is a sinking ship right now and, bucket more water out than what's coming in. Starts right now. And it's a big old damn guessing game with this draft class. Locked On Cardinals, your team every day. I'm going to push back on best player available and figure it out at 3. We'll discuss it next. This episode of Locked On Cardinals is brought to you by TurboTax. It's tax time, but for a lot of us, the way of doing taxes is a lot. Trying to book an appointment that's not the most convenient, sitting in a waiting room with a stack of papers, emailing back and forth and wondering if they really get your situation. But this year, you're getting a major upgrade. Intuit TurboTax now has in-person locations nationwide, and you can meet face-to-face with a real tax expert, and your documents get uploaded straight to your TurboTax app on the spot. And just like that, you're done. Your TurboTax expert works to get you every dollar you deserve while you get real-time notifications and you go about your day. It's the relief of walking in and meeting a person and walking out knowing your taxes are being handled right. Head to turbotax.com/local to find a store near you and book your appointment. Again, turbotax.com/local to find a store near you and book your appointment. Please go to YouTube channel, search Locked On Arizona Cardinals. Hit that subscribe button, man. Come on. Free agency's here, and so are we. Get 1 month free of the Everydayers Club with code FREEAGENCY. No spaces now through March 15th. Go ad-free and keep this conversation going on Discord. Join the club at lockedoncardinals.supercast.com. Yeah, so here's the thing. The whole best player available thing, it's so easy just to say it. Oh, take the best player available. Who's that? Jeremiah Love. Oh, is it? Is he going to have the most impact on a team right away with no offensive line? Well, he's going to make the offense. He's going to give the offense a spark. Cool. Is he going to run to the left every single play? What if they stack 8 in the box because the quarterback situation with Malik Willis goes haywire if they sign Malik Willis? What about the defense? Isn't best player available the defensive side of the ball? Yeah, so you take the best pass rusher. Who's the best pass rusher? Oh, it's David Bailey. Well, some would say it's Arvell Reese. Some would say it's Ruben Bain. Yeah, but Ruben Bain's going to go too. We don't know. So the best player available thing, it's so fun to talk about until you actually have to have a conversation about who that is. Oh, it's Jeremiah Love. Why? Because Dan Orlovsky said it. Okay. I know the consensus coming out of the combine is that Jeremiah Love is the best player in the draft. It's funny how narratives shift immediately when it's not Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr., best player in the draft, draft him at 4. Oh, how'd they draft Marv at 4? Should have taken an offensive lineman, like I said. And who knows? I'm sure, hopefully it'll pan out with Marv, whatever it is. That's not like a slight at Marv. It's just what it is. He was looked at as the best player in the draft. Cardinals took him at 4. How'd that work? Oh, but running back position isn't a premium position. You can't take Caleb Downs at 3. It's not a premium position. Is running back? So when you look at best player available, do you have to grade on a curve depending on what position it is and the positional value tied to that position? Is Penny Sewell more important than Saquon Barkley? I would say yes. I'm not saying there's a Penny Sewell in this draft. I'm not saying there's a Saquon Barkley in this draft. I'm also pushing back on, they passed on Adrian Peterson. Come on, guys. Let's be better. We don't know what Jeremiah Love is going to be. But the fact that the Cardinals did something 15 years ago, why does that have any impact on what's happening right now? Oh, they drafted Jonathan Cooper and that didn't work. Okay, Jonathan Cooper broke his leg in training camp. Like a compound fracture in training camp. So we have no idea what he was going to be at. I think he went to North Carolina. Best player available. It's fun to talk about until you actually have to decide who the best player available is. Well, it's not a running back isn't a premium position. So how would best player available be running back? How? It's not a premium position. Pass rush, offensive tackle, premium positions available. Cool. So draft a pass rusher. Who's the best pass rusher? Well, it's this guy. Well, it's this guy. Well, it's this guy. We have no idea. So the whole thought process on best player available and figure it out after, that's great until you actually have to implement it. You can watch all the film you want, and I know I'm getting very close. I'm getting very close to something that I've pushed back on for 15 years, which is, the thought process like, yeah, you could go out and get hit by a car tomorrow, so live your life. You can get hit by a car tomorrow. It's like, yeah, okay, I know that, but I'm also going to go outside. So I know that that's very close to who's best player available. It's easy just to say until you actually go do it. I know that I'm taking this like general thing and trying to pinpoint exactly what best player available definition is to make my argument. I understand that. So it's close, but it's not all the way there to something I've pushed back on forever. I only wanted to discuss this because it's not a simple science. So when people say Jeremiah Love, I just say hooey fish. I call out Nana, hooey fish. Hooey fish. It's my favorite. She used to say it all the time. Hooey fish, which is I call BS on that. Oh, hooey fish. Listen, she was an OG. It's not what it's not what winning organizations do. Yeah, but best player available. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Best player available should be tied to need in some capacity. This isn't, the Pistons taking Darko Milicic and letting Carmelo Anthony go to the Nuggets because they had Tayshaun Prince and Rip Hamilton. The NBA is completely different. It's completely different. You got 22 position of need. 22 players, not 5. The collective amnesia on how bad the Arizona Cardinals offensive line was last year, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they're drafting what they need. It doesn't matter. And again, I could hooey fish this entire segment 3 weeks from now if the Cardinals go out and sign Wyatt Teller or Joel Bitonio and a right tackle, who hopefully isn't Juwan Taylor. Juwan Taylor got released yesterday by the Chiefs. For those that don't know who Juwan Taylor is, sear this into your cerebellum. He's the guy. Like, well, who is he? Don't Google it. We're all going to have a collective moment together here. It's going to be awesome. You know that one right tackle who always jumps with his right outside leg before the ball gets hiked and they never call a false start? That's Juwan Taylor. And it was the Chiefs. So if the Cardinals signed him, no. But, listen, I know that you can go around in circles and talk about what could be best in pass rush and offensive line and running back and whatever it is. Okay. I know that we're going to find out a lot more before the draft with what the Cardinals do in free agency. So a lot more will be clear. This is where the anxiety, so I talk about this, the list of things that you have to do that maybe you slept in an hour or something. You're like, oh man, I'm behind. And you've got 8 things to do that day and you haven't done them yet. And you have that inherent anxiety a little bit. If you don't, good for you. What's that like? Good for you. The first box that was checked off was them deciding on Kyler Murray. Oh, no. Sorry. The first box they checked off was hiring Michael LaFleur. It may have added more anxiety, but at least you got one thing that you were able to cross off the list. And then the coordinators able to cross off the list. Collective sigh, even though it could breed anxiety tomorrow. Kyler Murray, not going to come back. Check it off the list. Not great, not a good situation, really. It's not toxic. I don't know why people say every breakup is toxic. It's ridiculous. Check it off the list. So now the anxiety levels are starting to go down. But now you are on a 3-hour Zoom call for work, and you have 5 more things to do before the end of the day. That's where we are now, because free agency isn't, for a few days, 5 days. Legal tampering is soon. So you really just kind of sitting on your hands like, oh man, yeah, I'm paying attention, boss, for sure. I have so many things to do. That's where we are right now. So then you have all these conversations on Twitter and elsewhere, and, in my DMs and my friends texting me telling me I'm an idiot, which, is a normal Tuesday for me. But when we talk about best player available, it's an inexact science at worst. So we say, take best player available and then draft an offensive lineman in the second round. Okay, who's the best player available? Jeremiah Love. Why? Because he's the best player in the draft, but he's a running back. So he's the best player available. But best player available should be graded on a curve when you're talking about non-premium positions. Yeah, but it'll be fun. I don't care if it'll be fun. I'm trying to give you what I think is the best blueprint for a team to win games, not to play Madden with. And that's why I see a huge fracture in the, take the best player available and figure it out, put him somewhere, because you just take the best player available top 3. It's not that easy. Locked On Cardinals, especially when you don't know who the damn best player is. Locked On Cardinals, your team every day. It's weird. This is weird watching the Kyler talk from other fan bases. I'll discuss it next. This episode of Locked On Cardinals brought to you by Indeed. Workplace chaos, deadline stacking up, inbox overflowing, and the one position you have to fill still sitting open. When the pressure's on and you need the right hire, this is a job for sponsored jobs. Indeed, sponsored jobs helps you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for, with skill, experience, location, things like that. So you're not just hoping the right candidate stumbles across your post. And here's a stat for you. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes with Indeed sponsored jobs. Listeners of this show, here's a little perk. You get $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? This is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. Today's episode of Locked On Cardinals is also brought to you by FanDuel. College basketball is nonstop. Big games, tight spreads, momentum swings every single night. From early tip-offs to late-night West Coast shootouts, there's always action on the board. And now FanDuel is giving you a way to turn the energy into even bigger potential wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. So you can build any college hoops parlay you want, rivalry games, ranked matchups, whatever fits what you're looking to do that day. You can mix spreads, totals, and player props to match how you see the slate playing out. Then you can apply the profit boost and instantly bump up the potential payout. Go safe, go bold, ride the team you've been following all season. It's your parlay, your style, now with more upside behind it. We got March Madness like 2.5 weeks away. It's crazy how quick it creeps up on you. And FanDuel's got you covered with the college basketball parlay profit boost. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com. FanDuel, play your game. Subscribe, Big Dumb Face, every day, twice. The Kyler stuff's weird. It's weird. Does anybody else? Oh, we're so sick. I find myself defending Kyler Murray when people are talking crap about him. And it's not like, oh, that's my quarterback. No. It's just like, this is the biggest spectacle on how much people don't pay attention to Cardinals football. On top of the fact, this is probably more for what we're thinking about right now. Kyler Murray not playing since week 5 of last year. So you combine those two in a blender, chaos. Just chaos everywhere. And then, Mike Greenberg on ESPN, he's like, I don't think Kyler Murray's the guy that can lead you to a Super Bowl. Sure, that's probably true. How many active quarterbacks have Super Bowls? And this isn't like a pushback. Oh, well, Kyler can't, but so can all these other people. I'm just asking, how many active quarterbacks have Super Bowl rings who are starters? 3? I mean, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Russell Wilson. Anybody under the age of 37, I think there's 2. Oh, no, Sam Darnold. So 3. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Sam Darnold. I could be missing one, but wildly low number. Because winning Super Bowls is hard. It's difficult. And then, I have somebody from, I was talking with somebody from the Vikings, and one of my good friends, Matt Collar, we were messaging back and forth about Kyler. I talked with Luke Braun, Locked On Vikings, about Kyler like 6 weeks ago. And I'm trying to explain to people, like, when it's good, it's so good. And when it's not good, it's really not good. And it sounds so elementary and it sounds so non-polished how to describe it, but it's like Occam's razor. It's like, that's it. It's either top 5 or bottom 5. No in between. So maybe the right quarterback situation, maybe the right head coach and offensive line and offense situation could do it. I don't think Kyler's done by any stretch. And you're going to see those plays where it's like, oh, they should have kept him. At this point, and I wanted to talk about this to bring this home for a landing. Like, I was also talking with somebody from the Saints about James Conner. Like, people are going to start to just pluck players from the Cardinals because it's a Cardinals problem now. That's the thing. And it's been the Cardinals problem. Okay, let's be real. But, like, it's so obvious now. It's an organizational and institutional thing. Like, it was before to people who watched and covered the team. But now, from a national perspective, after another bottom 2 NFLPA report card, Michael Bidwell was the only owner that got an F grade out of the 32 owners. Like, It's so polarized now, and 99% of it's bad. 1% Larry Fitzgerald. That's it. It's not like the cat's out of the bag where it was a secret, but now people with all of the information about the team, the report cards, the constant stepping on their own toes and kicking themselves in their own face constantly, over and over and over again. My hairline shows it. Now it's just obvious. So the Cardinals are just going to pluck. So this is what the reclamation project that we saw with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield and blah, 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 blah. It's going to be an Arizona Cardinals reclamation project. Let's get him out of there. He'll be a Pro Bowler. It'll be fine. That's what people truly believe. And I don't remember outside of like Calais, Tyrann Mathieu, but that was a ways back. I don't remember a premier player leaving the Cardinals and then going and being this all-world guy. Outside of Calais and Tyrann Mathieu, all-pro guys. I'm probably missing somebody like Christian Kirk. He got paid a bunch of cheese from Jacksonville. I don't think he made a Pro Bowl. Maybe he did 1 year. Byron Murphy's been okay, but they're not missing him. Patrick Peterson went to Minnesota, was okay. And then Pittsburgh, where, he was an afterthought, the tail end of his career. But still, that's what people think. And with Kyler Murray and the it's either one or the other. Polarizing. What a shocker. It's either it was a Cardinals problem or he's too short. That's it. There's a Cardinals problem. We can fix him, or he's too short. Never liked Kyler Murray to begin with. I just think it's crazy work that people would choose Tua over Kyler Murray. I just think it's crazy work. Like, Tua needs to be in a vacuum or he is ineffective. So that's why I find myself like defending Kyler Murray. I don't want Kyler Murray back. I don't think that, he's the right fit for the Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals are the right fit for him. I wish him the best. I think, he's still, Act 2 could very well be better than Act 1. But I find myself defending him just like I was defending him when he was a quarterback here, because when he's great, few can be that great. And the bad quarterbacks, even when they're great, can't sniff that level. So that's the brain blender that I was in for 7 years. And I guess I can breathe a sign of relief, and many of you can as well, that that's not something that has to be discussed anymore. That's not to say that the quarterback situation is going to get better before it gets worse. Locked On Cardinals, your team every day. Remember, without you, there is no Me Cardinals Squad show at 4, and I will be doing my double dip second show at 6 o'clock, posting live after the squad show. We'll talk to you then.